So what you see on your screens, ladies and gentlemen, are live images right now coming in from Bhubaneswar. The Prime Minister in attendance. It's a huge, historic moment for the BJP. No one would have thought that the BJP will be able to unseat Naveen Patnaik, the BJD, the strong BJD there in Odisha, and also be able to establish its own government with a full majority. But the BJP this time around has done the unthinkable in Odisha, and clearly this tells you of a lot of hard work that has gone in there. Also with all the chief ministerial picks, the deputies, we do have Tushar who's joining us right now, and we'll also get in Pragya who will get us the big picture. Tushar, as we are looking at these live images on your screens, what is your very first reading of this moment? How big, how significant, how path-breaking, Tushar, this moment is?
Good evening, Deepthi. You know, the last time a national party swept the state of Odisha, both at the Lok Sabha and Assembly level, I wasn't even eligible to vote. This has been a very long wait for any national party to make inroads in Odisha. It was last, I think, in the late 90s when we saw the Congress. But the important factor here is that the BJP's footprint has expanded in Odisha, a state that wasn't very keen on voting BJP, not at least at the state level. Yes, they gave 8 seats to the BJP in 2019, but giving it 20 seats this time, along with the state assembly, I think that's unprecedented. I don't think any journalist would have seen that coming. You know, I was in Odisha in 2021 and I was talking to some women in a village there, just 2 hours away from Cuttack. And they were telling me how they could differentiate the welfare schemes from the center with those schemes they were offered by the state government. They were proud to show me their RuPay cards. They were proud to tell about the self-help groups they were a part of. So, you know, all this Labharthi, what we keep talking about, it's not only about the BJP states. It has made inroads in the non-BJP states as well. And when the Odisha people, who have been served very well by Naveen Patnaik, I must say, very well, and selflessly rather, now they are looking at 10 years, and Odisha has a bit of potential, be it mining, be it resources, be it manufacturing, and it's a coastal state after all, so there is obviously the port economy that also comes into play. But to see BJP now making inroads in Odisha and the people embracing the development model, which has worked in other parts of the country, I think this is something historic.
Okay, you say this is historic. We'll also see if we can get in Pragya, you know, who's also been tracking the BJP very closely. And, you know, Tushar, before we, move on to get more reactions as to how the BJP has also responded, you're looking at a tribal face in Odisha who's been appointed as a chief minister, a strong RSS backing, someone, Tushar, who's done a lot of work at the ground. And that is the reason why people say that he was a dark horse here. But Tushar, before, I move ahead and also get a response from the BJP, who is essentially trying to say that we are the ones who've given so many, tribal faces at big positions, whether it's a chief minister or elsewhere, Tushar, you're looking at significant elections later in Jharkhand, also significant elections in Maharashtra. Is there a larger message, a larger outreach, Tushar, that the BJP wants to ensure with their chief ministerial pick in the state of Odisha, Tushar?
You know, Deepthi, we're now into the third term of the Prime Minister. And at this point, I don't think they need to send out any more message. Though that one message they've always delivered is social inclusion. So you saw a tribal president for the first time. You saw Draupadi Murmu. And you saw the kind of objection the opposition made. There were some very absurd comments made against her candidature as the president. But the BJP has always been about inclusion. Today, this comes across as a surprise to many, the tribal chief minister, because no one expected BJP to do this well in Odisha, which they have done. Yes, there are tough elections upcoming in Maharashtra and Jharkhand, and yes, the BJP would be factoring them in. But I think this message of inclusion has always been there.
Okay, so you say that this is not happening for the first time. Clearly, there is a larger narrative push by the BJP. But ladies and gentlemen, all said and done, this is history in the making. No one would have thought that you could have a BJP government in Odisha. Now, significant will also be not just the portfolio allocation. We are also expecting a quick roadshow by the Prime Minister a little later. It'll be important to see what he has to say. And do remember his very first response post the Lok Sabha results of 2024, when he reached the BJP headquarters, he started with Jai Jagannath. So that is how significant Odisha is. This victory, this moment is in the BJP's larger scheme of things. Major gains in eastern India with that state. We'll quickly head into a break, but on the other side, this is a non-stop rolling coverage of this big moment in BJP's history, their first government in Odisha.